the past week, the news and social media were inundated with issues surrounding the founder and leader of the Enlightened Christian Gathering Church, Shepherd Bushiri, and his wife, Mary Bushiri. That situation was not limited to South Africa as a country, but in other African countries, and indeed, across the world. Shepherd Bushiri was found to be very popular and controversial. However, the past week has shifted the post to the point that he seems to have become even more popular than controversial. In this video, we are going to consider some salient issues to allude to the fact that Shepherd Bushiri may now be more popular than controversial, and indeed, gradually emerging as a hero of unintended circumstances. In considering this very important topic, viewers are invited to express their opinions, comments and suggestions without recourse to aggression or harassment, or the use of inappropriate words or expressions. As usual, this channel is not taking sides, but remains neutral in matters like this one. Meanwhile, please subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Thank you. The stampede, which occurred on the 28th of December 2018, and which resulted in the death of some 3 women, appeared to be the genesis of what has happened to the Bushiris in the past week. However, a careful consideration will reveal that the whole issue started some time earlier, and these could be some of the reasons why that is so. Number 1. There have been a number of individuals who have come out openly to allege that they were offered money by Shepherd Bushiri to fake miracles. They were allegations, which unfortunately have not been proven. However, even if those allegations were true, why did they agree to fake miracles in the first place? Why did they come out to expose those fake acts? Well, whether those allegations were true or not, we do not know, because they have not been proved, and so they remain allegations. Number 2. A number of individuals came out to accuse Shepherd Bushiri of interfering in their private and marital lives, and a particular issue in question was reported after a number of years from the time the alleged issue occurred. These allegations may be true or not, we do not know. Nothing has been proved, and Shepherd Bushiri has denied all of these allegations. Number 3. An allegation was reported in the media that the Bushiris had been sending about 15 million rand every month to Malawi, their home country. The money was allegedly being transported in their private jet. They have refuted this allegation. Now, the destructive protests that took place after the church stampede gave a clear indication that the Bushiris have made a lot of enemies, and the church stampede, as well as the consequential deaths, became great opportunities for those enemies to act fast to achieve their intentions. What were those intentions? To get the Bushiris out of South Africa and of their church closed down. It is a fact that the protest was organized by Sanko, and that most of the protesters were actually Sanko members. When a person is supposed to leave South Africa against his or her will, then that person must have been declared a prohibited person by the Department of Home Affairs. When did Sanko become a government agency, empowered to decide who a prohibited person is in South Africa? By the way, Shepherd Bushiri holds a permanent residence status in South Africa, and legally so. Even though the Commission for the Promotion and Protection of the Rights of Cultural, Religious and Linguistic Communities cleared Shepherd Bushiri and his church, Sanko members expressed their disappointment in that regard. And on the same day that they were cleared, Shepherd Bushiri and his wife, Mary Bushiri, were arrested, handcuffed, and taken away to be placed under security custody at an undisclosed location, and arraigned before the court later. The arrest, which occurred on Friday the 1st of February 2019, took place at the premises of their property, the Sparkling Waters Hotel and Spa, Rustenburg, Northwest Province, by the South Africa's Directorate for Priority Investigations, Hawks. The reasons for the arrests were alleged fraud and money laundering. The Hawks said that the case against the couple was linked to alleged offences of fraud and money laundering, as well as the contravention of South Africa's Prevention of Organised Crime Act, which had been committed in 2015. The contravention of the Act was in relation to exchange control regulations relating to foreign currency of $1,147,200. Now, hold it right there. Not long ago, it came out that some authority in high place was demanding a bribe of 10 million rand from Shepherd Bushiri. We do not know whether that is true or not. But if it is true, then is there any connection between the demanded bribe and the delayed arrest of the Bushiris from 2015? If the Bushiris did something wrong in 2015, why were they not dealt with there and then, and the issue had been left unattended and delayed until 2019? Was it delayed, or awaiting for the 10 million rand bribe? Or because the 10 million rand bribe was not forthcoming, the arrest was carried out as a consequence? Well, we do not know the truth yet, but we are hopeful that the truth will not be hidden forever. If Sanko had succeeded in getting Shepherd Bushiri out of South Africa, what would have happened to the intended and delayed arrest? Was the arrest a last resort, when all the other options were exhausted? During the period of time that the Bushiris were arrested and placed under security custody, his followers proved beyond any reasonable doubt that they are serious about their leader, and that they are prepared to go to any length to stand on their ground in support of their leader. During a live streaming to address his numerous followers in the evening of the 6th of February 2019, Shepherd Bushiri indicated that an attempt was made to murder his wife, Mary Bushiri. He said that she was poisoned to within an inch of her life. One thing that South Africans must bear in mind and consider seriously is that Shepherd Bushiri is a Malawian by birth and blood, and so the government and people of Malawi are closely observing and monitoring all that is happening to the Bushiris in South Africa. There could be a limit to how far South Africans can go in the way they treat the Bushiris. The matter is sensitive and can have international repercussions. Up till now, none of the allegations against the Bushiris has been proved in any court of law, and they have made it clear that all the accusations are false and constitute attacking on them. As court proceedings starts on the 10th of May 2019, there are a number of good reasons why it is likely that the Bushiris will win the case in the end. Number 1. The Bushiris have armed themselves with one of the best defense advocates in the country, Barriera, and that should send shock waves in the spines of the prosecutors as well as their enemies. Number 2. Because the Bushiris are affluent, they will be able to afford to keep their legal team working hard and giving of their best for as long as the legal battle drags on. Number 3. The massive support of his followers and sympathizers constitute the voice of the people for the Bushiris, and they have proved that they can go to any length to support their leader. Now, if the voice of the people is the voice of God, then a lot is at stake for the prosecutors and the government agencies involved. It may be normal for anyone to hate somebody else, but what is not normal is when inappropriate actions are taken to implement the hatred. The series of actions and allegations which have been piled on the Bushiris are a lot, but they were not properly orchestrated in an organized manner. As a result, the Bushiris have won the sympathy of many people who previously did not care about them or know anything about them. The Bushiris may not be doing anything illegal, but the wealth that they have amassed and the way they show off their wealth might have created a huge pile of envy, hatred and jealousy in the hearts and minds of some people who might be working behind the scenes to take them down. If the Bushiris win the court case against them, which they are likely to win for reasons indicated already, and are cleared of all the allegations piled on them, and finally get back to their normal lives, things will never be the same again. Never. they will win more sympathetic supporters to their side, and their church will grow astronomically with geometric increments. They will amass more wealth than they have now. They will be wiser in dealing with their enemies, and diversify their businesses and investments, to ensure that they do not fall prey to the South African situation again. They will go more international than ever before, by expanding their social media reach to more and more people everywhere, and pretty soon after that, we shall be hearing of miracles being performed via YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and other social media. The Bushiris have indicated their intention of building massive accommodation flats to house their numerous followers. What if they expand that to include a network of big supermarkets, transportation systems, including big buses, local and international airlines, schools and universities, hospitals, more hotels and spas, and many other manufacturing industries? The members of their church will certainly be absorbed and employed in their businesses, and that will seriously solidify the popularity of the Bushiris. Currently, as it stands, it is clear that, with his wife closed by him, one thing remains imminent. Shepherd Bushiri is a hero in the making. Thanks to his South African enemies, who have created this remarkable opportunity for him, out of unintended circumstances, emanating from their naked hatred of the Bushiris. Has the Shepherd Bushiri Empire begun already? Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe.